nice to have you today. Let's do a 60-minute flow. We'll focus on, I think we'll do more of the hips again because we'll focus on sort of the beginning area of our hara, but we'll flow. So you can just take these first few moments to arrive, to take this first song to kind of let everything drop into place. I've personally noticed a strong desire for grounding in these first days of this new year. So see if you can maybe do the same, and if it feeds you, nourishes you, to become really heavy in your body. Moving in those first few moments of class. Stretching, reaching, letting everything fall into place. Yes. Whatever comes through. So there's no right or wrong. I'll move with you. Just whatever you need to be ready for this practice, to be devoted to your body, to your experiencing of this human condition. To practice further, to ground back into your body as the vessel for the presence that you need at any time, any day, any moment. Yes. Maybe starting to dial in on those sacred hips of yours, the container for that energy of Jing, that is where we ground into, where we feed and nourish from. Especially as women, caregivers, caretakers, we give so much, so it's very crucial that we replenish, that we self-soothe, self-care, self-ground. So see if you can close your eyes and just let the drips of the music kind of fold you into place. Okay, big boy. Very good. We'll eventually come into the seat. Cross-legged. Eventually. So take your time to get there. Very good. Finding that upright seat and just letting everything pour down, like you're yielding into the seat. So it pours from the crown of your head through the center line of your body with the inhale down. We can have the hands on the knees, kind of cupping the knees here. Good. We'll take one big inhale to fill that cup, that bowl of our pelvis. To almost sip it in, and we'll hold at the top of the breath. So inhale more, more, more. It's almost like this liquid is filling your pelvic bowl with heavy gold. Hold it. And then exhale to let it all come up, rise it up through the whole body, through the crown of the head, out of your body. And hold the breath at the end of the exhale. Staying really glued to the floor with your two seat bones, so they're really drawing you in, drawing you down. We'll take one more inhale. Super soft and slow, fill it up, pour it into that pelvic bowl. Sip it, hold it. And then we'll exhale again to let it rise through the body, up, up, up. Squeeze it out. It's almost like you want to squeeze out the air. Your belly comes in towards your spine. And then we'll just breathe normally, and we'll start to let the head circle. So we'll just drop the chin into the chest. And then draw it over to the left side. And that's just sort of, it's almost the tip of a tall flower that just kind of rolls around, but it all pours down through you. This whole exercise of your head rolling is just here to mobilize whatever else needs to pour through the inside of your body into that pelvic bowl. To fill it up more, to make it more circumferential. So to fill it not only into the front and the back, but also into the sides, to get really grounded, to build a deeper, firmer, wider root system. You can change the sides also of your head rolling. Maybe slowing it down and see what that does in terms of your inner awareness. It's almost like you're still pouring the last of 2022 through you to integrate what needs to be integrated. And you can come back into the middle. And we'll continue this circling, but we'll do it with the spine. So you can pour your spine out to the left side and forward. And now the hands and the knees are going to be really helpful because we want to use them as anchors. And we'll just kind of pour our body into this big circle. Exhale back to squeeze out the air, let it rise through you up. Inhale to ground more, to bring more of you to the earth. Changing the sides. And this music, the drums in this piece, they're even more drawing you inward. So let every beat be a cue to draw all the senses into the inside of the body, into the interoception. Very good. And then we might get even bigger to the point where you might want to release the hands and reach one of them up over your head, pour it forward. The other one rises up. So your whole body becomes this spiral. Pouring, yes, exactly. But it's like that grass, that water grass under the water, that is kind of firmly rooted, but it's kind of moving with the wave. So your root is still here, your grounding is still gluing you, pouring you into the earth. But the rest of your body is kind of just exploring, moving, yielding through space. All in the endeavor of pouring it down. Very good. And the next time you pour yourself forward, you can stay there. So both hands reaching forward, pouring even more forward, while your two seat bones stay in connection, magnetized to the earth. So it's almost like there's two opposing forces, one drawing you to the floor in the back and one drawing you forward and down into the earth. Taking one breath to really breathe into the connection of those fingertips to the earth. How does it feel? How does it feed your nervous system with information of safety, to be grounded, to be held? Very good. And then we'll just pour the weight forward, so we'll come onto all fours. But see if you can make this more of a journey. So we'll just reach forward, pour forward, all fours. Very good. Beautiful. And we'll just take a moment here to breathe into this new connection, into this new exploration of yielding away from the floor, but still having that grounding through the pelvis and that circumferential presence of your pelvic bowl. Maybe your pelvis wants to do these circles, so your tailbone tucking up into the air and then drawing out to the right side, tucking under to come towards your navel and out the left side. So it's just your belly button down space moving, stirring through the air. The same circling, spiraling that we've done before, but with your tail end. Letting that circumferential presence of your pelvic bowl get even bigger. Maybe changing sides. Very good. And maybe that spiral just becomes through your whole body, so your spine starts to roll with that spiral. So that stirring from your tail just becomes bigger and just lets the whole spine kind of undulate in that 360-degree space. Yes. All while yielding your hands to the floor, receiving that support back from the earth. Maybe changing sides again to spiral your whole spine, including your head, into the endless formlessness around you. Very good. And then let those spirals get smaller and smaller, until we come back into that neutral space of a super long spine shooting out the tail end and the crown. Very good. Balance out to reach your left leg back. So start to yield the left knee away, reaching left knee back. Very good. And bring the right arm forward. Good. And we'll exhale to crunch, round in. Good. And inhale to lengthen. And not only lengthen, but go the opposite way. So see if you can almost reach into an arch of your back. Good. Exhale, round the lower back, draw it in. Inhale to reach and find a little overextension, so a little back bend almost. Very good. And one more to crunch, round it in. Hold it here, hold the breath on the exhale. And inhale to lengthen. Arch, round, back bending almost. Hold it here. Good. And bend the left knee. Reach the right arm back and see if you can grab a hold of the left foot. Yes, very good. And once you have it, kick it into your hand. Reach it back. Make that connection while staying super grounded through hand and right leg. Bhava. Very good. And then we'll release right hand, but we'll bring the left foot, left knee forward and next to the left hand. Very good. Good. Take a moment here to arrive. Very good. And we'll just come up, but we'll swing the right leg out to the outside of the long edge of the mat. We'll come up, left arm on the right, on the left leg, sorry. And we'll be in this kind of side opening here. Very good. And bring the right hand down, left arm overhead, let the left leg get long, then you're in this side plank variation. Good. Inhale to come back, bend the left knee, left arm on the left thigh, right arm overhead. Very good. Again, side plank, right hand comes down, left arm overhead. Reach long through the left leg. Good. And again, that
upward coming gate pose variation. Very good. And we'll come back into all fours. Bring the left knee back and just kind of ride it out, shake it off. Very good. And we'll do the second side. Yield the right knee away from the floor, from the pelvis, down into the right foot, reach long, pour it back, reach out. Good. Balance out, left hand comes up and forward, reach it forward. Good. Exhale to crunch, round it in, bring it together. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to reach. Look into the navel. Inhale to expand and come into this little back bend. So your hand and your foot are higher up than your body. Exhale to crunch and round. Last one to reach. Hold it. Good. Bend the right knee and reach back with the left hand. Hold on. Good. Outside of the foot. And once you have it there, kick the foot in and balance out the hips. So it's very likely your right hip wants to draw out and up to the side. Bring it back into line. Very good. And release the left hand, but the right foot comes forward, 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 outside the right hand. Whew. We'll just take a moment to arrive here. Shift and shimmy. Finding the grounding again. Maybe just a moment of deep awareness of your foot, your hands into the earth. Very good. And we'll swing the left shin outside of the back of the mat. I will come up, right arm on the right thigh, left arm overhead. Side body opening. Bhava. Very good. Reach long, look up, maybe even to the ceiling. Good, and exhale, land the left hand, the right leg gets long, right arm overhead. Good, and again, bend the right leg. Pour your weight over, all around this central place of your pelvis. This always stays sourced and grounded. It's like a swirling in there that inspires the movement. Very good. One more. Left side opens. Pour, pull these places between one rib and the next apart. Very good. And exhale, frame the foot. Step right knee back. Shimmy, shift, shake it off. Very good. And be free in that movement in between shapes to just explore what your body needs. Starting the journey eventually to a downward dog, but you can take your time to get there. Maybe moving through other shapes and forms. Deep breaths, maybe exhales from that pelvic source out with a sound. Good, and even when we're in the downward dog, pour it, drink it in, and pour it out from the pelvis, down through the legs, down through the arms, into the earth. Good. Let your pelvis, your hips be free, shift, shimmy your side to side. So just kind of swaying our hips right and left. Very good. Good. And then lift your heels up and let them shimmy out all the way to the right side, right hips. The hips come out to the right side. And we'll bend the knees generously. Still both hands on the floor. See if you can just bend the knees more. Stick your butt out to the side. Yes, first. And only then we'll pull up into this side plank. Option here to keep the knees bent or to pour yourself forward. It's almost like a yes. Very good. And exhale, release back into a downward dog. Maybe your downward dog rolls forward into a high plank. Good. And from the high plank, knees, chest and chin to the floor. Wow. And then from here, hips down. And baby cobra, pour it forward. All always from the hips, from that source center at the 3-dimensional point of your hips. Pour down. And back up, downward dog. Very good. Start again with the swaying of the hips, right to left. Lifting up onto the tippy toes and pour the heels out to the left side. Good. Bending the knees generously and sticking your butt out to the left. Almost like you're arching your back here. Pulling your right side apart and then open up. Knees bent. Lengthen or stay bent. Very good. And exhale, come out. Downward dog. Roll it maybe again or keep it still, yogi's choice. Roll it forward. Knees, chest, chin. Hips down. Maybe a bigger cobra. And exhale, pour it to the earth. Hugging into the earth and coming back up. Yielding away. Good. Downward dog. Nice. Walking your feet one at a time or floating them forward by bending knees. End of exhale. Float your feet to your hands. Very good. Uttanasana, forward fold. Good. We'll reach the arms out to the side. Inhale up for halfway lift. Like wings that carry you up. Good. And exhale, reach the hands back and interlace them behind the back of. So again, two opposing forces. Your hands pulling, drawing back and up, and your head forward. From the hips, pouring the weight through the legs into the earth. Very good. Exhale, fold forward. Keep the hands where they are. Uttanasana. And then inhale, we'll sink the hips down, bend the knees, chair pose, hands still interlaced. You can heel toe your feet together here if you want to keep your knees more steady. Good. Inhale, release the hands first, reach them up, and then let your body follow, coming up to standing. Good. Release the left foot away, bring the left knee in and left foot inside the thigh for tree pose, Vrikshasana. Good. Hands to the heart. Bhava. And see if you can magnetize this knee more out and down. So you create a pathway here for the weight of the hips to pour into two directions. And rather than collapsing into this support of your foot against your thigh, see if you can softly yield it together. Very good. Inhale to open up into what looks like a starfish pose. So we'll land both feet. Open the arms. Hey, we're back. Still in tree pose. Good. Okay, bring that left foot down, open up into what looks like a starfish pose. Very good. Yes, wide-legged, hands to hips, and we'll just pour this forward. Very good. Still in this wide stance, we'll bend the knees, coming to this squat-like shape. Very good. Yes, upper body is parallel to the floor. See if you can find some bounce here. Some joy and freedom in those hips. Very good. Yes. Beautiful. If you like, you can even free the arms, reach them overhead or out to the side. Baba. Very good. Yes, exploring the space. One more deep breath, reach it long. And exhale, pour the hands forward, let the legs get long again. Good. And we'll step it back into a high plank. Good, high plank, rolls again like we've done before. Knees, chest, chin to the floor. And inhale, hips down, cobra. And from cobra, we'll go into upward dog. So lengthen the arms, tuck the toes, lift off. Baba. Find that one line from crown to head to heels. And either with long legs or bend the knees back up. Downward dog. Baba. Right leg reaches into the sky like we've done before in all fours, yielding through. Bend the hip, knee and drop the foot back to open your three-legged downward dog. And exhale, bring the knee into the nose. Crunch, round it forward, placing the foot next to the right thumb. Very good. And soften down for a high lunge. So reach the arms up. Reach, reach, reach. Baba. Very good. Hands to heart. And find an extension of your heart into the hands, from the pelvis up, into the hands, and like a little back bend here. Very good. Sink the hips lower. Baba. Heart lifts into your hands. Very good. And we'll twist from here. So rotate everything from that center of your pelvis, that lower belly. Reach around. And then landing the elbow outside the thigh. Very good. For a twist, yes. Good. And we'll stay here and we'll just bring the left foot forward for a twisted chair pose. So step it next to the right foot. Twisted chair pose. Good. And then we'll step the left foot back again. Twisted high lunge. Very nice. And release that high lunge. Both legs get long. Good. Right hand comes down. Twist your upper body around. So we'll come into this Trikonasana. Right hand to the floor, block or leg. Very good. You can bring your left hand at the sacrum, so the back side of your hips. Yes. To create a very soft support to pour into. So see if you can let your whole body soften into this left hand. Very good. Baba. And release. Come back up and take a warrior two. Very good. Hands come behind the back again. Interlace the hands like we've done before without collapsing the body forward. So see if you can bring your front body back into line. Good. And we'll just twist the body forward to step the back foot closer for warrior one. And we'll humble our warrior forward to dive into the inside of the right leg. Yes. Very good. And take this moment to really pour it down. Pour it through the body, through the legs, to the inside of the legs, the weight just into the earth. Very good. And then we'll release the hands, frame the front foot, step it back, high plank. And we'll move through this vinyasa together. So lift through the upper back, between the shoulder blades, knees, chest, chin to the earth.
Soften in, take a moment to receive the support. And inhale, upward dog. Cobra, long arms. Very good. Now rolling over toes or toes tucked, coming back up, downward dog. And take a moment in downward dog to just sip it all in. To come back to those hips as the center point of your unraveling, of where all the movement comes from, that inside deepest point of your lower belly. Very good. Soften the left foot away. Oh no, sorry. We look forward. Bend the knees, step or hop. For Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And reach the arms out to the side like wings. Good. And reach them behind the back. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale to come all the way up. Oh no, sorry. Chair pose. Hands. Bend the knees. Sit the hips back. Chair pose. Yes, good. You can heel toe the feet together if you like. To squeeze knees against each other. Very good. And then first releasing the hands, reach them overhead. And come up to standing. Very good. Hands to heart, release the right foot and bring it inside left thigh. Good. Find the pouring line from this inner point below your belly button, inside, out to the leg. Very good. Drinking it in, yielding that foot into the left thigh without collapsing into it. Good. And we'll release, step that foot wide, star pose, starfish pose. Good, reach up, reach up. And exhale, hands to hips, fold forward. Very good. And you know what's coming. Bend the knees, pour the hips down until your upper body is parallel to the floor. And find that little bounce again in your hips. Very good. You can free the arms also to roll, explore. As an expression from within. Very good. Bring the hips lower, bend the knees more. Very good. One more breath. And then exhale, pour everything forward, wide-legged, forward fold. Ground the hands and step back into our high plank. Just to roll through a little vinyasa or come straight into downward dog. Up to you. Upward dog. Reaching through the crown of the head from the pelvis through and downward dog. Very good. Soften the right foot to the earth. Releasing the left to reach up into space. Good. And open the hips, drop the foot. Good. Look underneath the left shoulder. And exhale, bring the knee into the nose. Tuck it in, round it in, and bring the foot forward. Yielding down towards the earth for high lunge. So soften first down, extending into the psoas of the right leg. And then when you're ready, up, the arms reach up. Very good. And exhale again, interlacing hands behind you. Soften the heart forward. And find that little back bend without collapsing. Very good.
Hands to heart, release the hands and pivot towards the left, pivot, 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 to then ground, right arm outside the left thigh. And once you have this connection, you can pivot more around your inside. Good. Step the right foot forward to meet next to the left foot. Twisted chair pose. Good. And then stepping the right foot back. High lunge. Very good. Very good. And then release. Reach long, both legs long. For a moment, releasing the arms into the air. Good. And pivot right heel back. Open up. Trikonasana. Left hand down to the leg. Yes. Very good. So it is a pivoting around the pelvis. So the pelvis is really opening up here. Right hand comes behind and the back side of your pelvis to softly yield into this place. So even in bigger flows like today, we find that softness. Very good. And then we release, bend the front leg, warrior two. Reach out into the arms, good. Exhale, hands behind the back. Open up. Good. See that your front body comes back into the midline without collapsing forward. And then we'll pivot, body forward, step the back foot closer. So the knee follows naturally where the hip goes. And exhale, we'll dive into humble warrior. Very good. The hands being the highest point here, pour everything from there into the hips. And from the hips down to the legs and feet. So it pulls around your feet, grounding you even in this pose. Very good. And release the hands. Frame the front foot, step it back. High plank. Option to go back through that vinyasa or just come into a downward dog. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Staying in downward dog, or optional to come to all fours or child's pose to kind of drink it up. To sip it all in. To maybe bring movement into your downward dog or keep it still. Yogi's choice. Very good. One more breath here. Inhale all the way down into the pelvis. Filling it with air, sipping it in, holding the breath at the end of the inhale. And exhale, let it pour through the body down to the earth. Bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to meet the feet to the hands. Uttanasana, forward fold. We'll flow through this again. Inhale, halfway lift, arms reach out. Exhale, interlace them behind the back. Half forward fold. Two opposing forces. Crown of the head reaches forward as the last vertebrae of your spine. And exhale, soften down. Inhale, bend the knees, sit up, chair pose. Yes, good. Release the hands, reach them over the hand. Draw the lower ribs together. And come up straight. Very good. Release the left foot, sorry. For tree pose, hands to heart. Okay. We'll move a bit faster so you can release. Reach into that star pose. all limbs into 6 different directions for a moment, and then exhale, hands to hips, fold forward over those hips. Good. Release the hands down, bend the knees, come up halfway with your upper body. Shift, shimmy for a moment here, maybe releasing the arms forward. Good. And then exhale, fold it forward, step it back into your high plank or downward dog. Good. Upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Very good. Pouring all the weight into the left foot, releasing the right one to explore the space behind in the air. Open up, dropping the foot to the left hip. Option for a wide thing. So you can pour the leg further outside the left leg. Yes. Lift the hips up. Right hand at the heart. Good. And exhale, coming back out of this. Right hand down, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to nose. Right foot down. Good. Soften hips down, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Little baby back bend to lift the heart into the hands. Yes. And exhale to twist to the right. Landing left elbow outside. Good. Exhale, step the left foot to meet the right. Twisted chair pose. Exhale, step it back. Release and let everything get long. Arms, legs, left heel comes down. Arms out to the side. Shift the left hips back. Trikonasana. Good. Left hand at the base of your spine. Reach the right hand more forward, maybe on a block, so we can take off, pouring the weight just forward into Ardha Chandrasana. Very good. Find the center point at your pelvis. This is your source. Option to bend the left foot, reach for the left foot with the left hand. Ardha Chandrasana. And then release to just step it back, softly landing warrior two. Exhale, hands behind the back. Heart opens, and then pivot it all forward with the back foot stepping with you. And exhale, dive it in. Humble warrior. Very good. Soften the neck, the head as the vessel to receive all that heaviness. Very good. And then release. Frame the front foot, moving through anything that connects you back into the body, into freedom. Can be a vinyasa, doesn't have to be. Can be much softer, much more free. Very good. Yes, moving with those spirals that might emerge from that hara, that place of movement, the movement center. Look forward, bending the knees. You can walk super soft or float your feet forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, arms reach out, hands behind the back. Soft, so everything is aligned into your natural spiral. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, chair pose. Good. Release the arms, reach the arms first and grow with the arms up.
into standing. Good. Everything pours to the left side. Release the right foot to the left thigh, hands to heart. Very good. And release everything, starfish pose. And exhale, hands to hips, folded all forward. Good. Release the hands, bend the knees. Hips come down, half forward lift. Yes, shift, shimmy, bounce the hips. And step it back, high plank. From high plank straight into downward dog, or moving through something that connects you in. Very good, downward dog. Left foot yields away, reach it up. Bend the knee, maybe drop into wide feet. Option that you can, but don't have to take. Hand to heart and really lift your chest into your hand. Wow. Exhale, come back out and fluidly connect. Left leg up. Exhale, bring it into the nose. And step it down. Hips soft and down. Reach up, yield up, grow up. Good. Hands to heart. Good. And twist from the source of your lower belly, Dantian, and landing right arm. Good. Exhale, step the right foot forward, soften into twisted chair. Inhale here. Exhale, step the right foot back. Good, and release everything. Legs get long, arms get long. Right heel yields down. Arms reach, right hip yields back, and landing Trikonasana. Good. Right-handed. The lower part behind your pelvis. And then from there, inhale into that right hand. And exhale to pour it all through the crown of the head forward. Left hand to the floor or a block. Take off. Everything rotates around that hip. Option to bend the knee. Reach for the right foot. Good. And softly landing straight into our warrior two. Oh, big breath, taking it all in, claiming that space, hands behind the back. Interlace. Good. And then pivot it forward. Stepping right foot closer. Exhale, diving in. Wow. Very good. And then softly release. Step the left foot to meet the right. Option for a last vinyasa, or just to land on all fours. Good. Dive back up. Rise back up one last time. And then bringing the knees down. Good. Very nice. For a moment arriving, shifting the weight. Good. And we'll sit back onto the heels. Good. We'll bring the right leg forward. Good. And the left foot to the inside of the right leg, or in lotus pose. Optional. Whichever works for your hips. Very good. So foot connects in like we did in tree pose or into lotus. Good. Very nice. We lift up, use the hands at your side to lengthen, inhale down, and the exhale lengthens your spine up. Good, and only then we'll start to send the heart and the head forward. And think length rather than depth. So reach forward, hands are still connected behind you. Maybe there's a bend in your right leg to soften your heart in. And only then you can also let the arms follow. Let them land where they land. Good. Forward fold. Very good. Inhale to halfway lift and see if you can find a twist. So we'll reach the left hand to the outside of the right foot, still in that halfway lift, and we'll twist more towards the right and see if we can soften more in here as well. Very good. Dropping it all, letting it all sink to the insides. And then inhale to release. Release both legs, maybe shake them out, windshield wiper, or even in the air to just release it out of the hips. Very good. Okay, second side. Lengthen the left leg, bring the right foot in. Good, hands next to the hips. Inhale down to ground through those two seat bones, that little triangle at the base of your spine with your pelvic floor. And then pivot slightly to the left. Reaching heart and crown up and forward until we might make contact with the leg. If we don't, bend the knee more. Very good. Softening even the neck and only then letting the arms follow. Very good. Maybe the heel wanders further away with your belly, heart connected. And then we'll inhale, halfway lift and find that twist. So left hand comes back next to the left hip, right hand to the outside of the right foot. And use this to reach your heart into that direction. Give it a little pivot to soften down here. Very good. And inhale to unwind. Softly come back up. Okay. Release those legs again. Same thing, you can shift, shimmy, windshield wiper, or even release them in the air. Good. And we'll land the feet again. Hands just underneath the knees to inhale, lengthen, lift the spine, and then just leaning into those arms. Keep the feet connected. Very good. And then we'll round, look into the navel, and roll down to the earth. Soft, eventually letting go of the knees. Very good. We'll come into one last back bend of the day, so you can come into a bridge or a wheel pose. Or first a bridge and then a wheel. We'll go twice, so you can ground the feet. Glue the lower back down so your tail end lifts off and comes in, curls away from the floor, yielding into the space. Good. Giving the hips another extension, another opening, another moment to become three-dimensional. Very good. Option to support your bridge, to bring the hands underneath your lower back, to kind of hang in there for a moment. Very good. Chin comes closer to the chest, maybe to lengthen your spine and the neck. And then release softly, hips down towards the floor. And just before they touch the floor, reach them back up. Come back up into your bridge. Expanding more, sending the knees more forward. Exhale, come back down. One more, almost touching the floor. And reach back up. Good, and then exhale, you can come down. Windshield wiper the legs. Good. Option for another bridge or wheel pose. So you can bring hands next to your head. Reach up. Very good. I haven't been here myself in a while. Very good. Yes. And then when you're done, come back out, bring the knees into the chest. And for a moment, releasing both legs, both arms into the sky. Without movement, or just small movement maybe, but just to let everything pour back down. Very good. It's taking these last moments of practice to dive into the body one last time, into the depths of the hips. Taken there by the breath, inhale down and just follow the breath. It will take you right into that swirl of your womb. And then if there's any last shapes your body wants to take, let it take that. Maybe a deeper inversion, or a happy baby, or just getting ready for a final rest. Until you find a final rest on your back or on your side. And whenever you're ready to start to gather your pieces again, you can find some tone in your back body, connecting back to the touch, maybe hands to your body, to your thighs. Coming back into a seat. And when we sit upright, let everything just pour down back into that heavy grounding. It's almost like we want to memorize it one last time, that it's here. We can always tune into this. Bring your hands to your heart and thank yourself for the sacred time of practice. Bring your hands to your forehead and speak a prayer in honor of your inner self, to see yourself in all your majestic presence. Arion Tatsa, Shema. Thank you so much, darling.